Good morning. On our way in, got 2/3 of the crew. I do have a serious question, but every time we get here when Titus is here, Kita and Titus do this make-out thing through the fence. It's so cute. You really love him, don't you? Look at these teeth. She is letting him have it because she saw him with Gracie the last week. She's like, "Oh yeah, you were with Gracie last week. I saw you. I saw you." He's like, I didn't mean it. Come on, baby. No, I'm just gonna sit over and itch. And then what about that too? And he's like, "Yo, baby, I'll run circles for you, man. I'll cross the oceans, the mountains. Look at my tail. I don't shake it just like that for anybody." She don't want to hear it. That's my girl. Too much self-respect. And then look, he goes and drinks himself. What are you doing? You going to drink? Handle your problems, brother. Don't drown him. Look at Malcolm wants to get up in my shade. All right, I got a question. The question, or do we want more of this first? Do you want more of this, or do you want a serious question? All right, we want a serious question. So my serious question, how many people are having trouble with this? Their dog interacting with other dogs, seeing other dogs on leash, all those things, taking them to the dog park, can't do any of those things. Yet, and I get there, I've been there, right? I mean, I had a dog, when I got him, he bit 9 people. You know what it's like to walk up to a person when your dog has been that successful? Not my dog, but when I got him. So I'm not just lecturing, telling, I mean, I've been through this, so I'm trying to share my story. I'm not telling you what to do, I'm just sharing what has worked for me. And it was doing something different. And also coming to grips with the amount of things I was willing to do to avoid the real problem. So instead of, like, your dog is having problems like this, instead of facing the fear, doing what you need to do, we'd rather get up at 2 a.m. and walk our dog then when we know no other dogs are around. So it's, it's amazing how what we perceive as safety, that comfort, and other people would be like, "What? Just go walk." So if your dog is having stress, don't focus on the symptom. You have to look at the root cause of what's really problem. I'm learning this with my little dog with IMHA, right? It can be a secondary effect or it can be the primary cause. So genetics would be something you can't override. But when your dog has learned behaviors, especially with owners and their people, changes can be made. We just have to do something different. I mean, I know Jake's not going to be here forever. We're going to find out more about what's going on with him today. He's going with Lily also. So I've been doing so much with Kita, knowing that she's the dog I'm going to start doing more stuff like that with. I think in the last month or two, she met 37 new dogs. 37. So if you're throwing a ball to get your dog to be good with other dogs, let me know how that works. Because for me, I find to work the problem head on. If I need her to meet every single dog and know what to do, then that's what I do. I introduce her and I teach her step by step what she's supposed to do. Little fearful dog, big dominant dog, energetic dog. Dad, how am I supposed to feel? That's what we're constantly working on. What is this new situation? What's my responsibility? What are you asking me to do? That's my dog's job. People say dogs need jobs. I wrote an article about that a few weeks ago, about my dog's jobs and what most people say. And it just comes down to, what do you need? I need a dog I could take anywhere, super social, doesn't bark, anything. So that's what we're doing, working on that. They're putting all the work in, right? They're doing their obedience training, and the dog can down, and they go out and throw the ball like they're supposed to drain physical energy, because somehow physical energy drain turns into good behavior magically. To be something you've never been, you have to do something you've never done. So if you're struggling with the behavior, with a situation, you're going to have to try something else. I'll have to share Kita's story one day with a lot of, she has a lot of sport work training, which means bite work. So she knows how to bite a suit and bite people, and knows all these fancy tricks and all that stuff. But as she got older, I ran into a little bit of a problem with her sometimes when she was surprised by people because of what I have taught her. So part of it was genetic and part of it was learned. So I've had to reverse a lot of that by over-socializing. I've never been more proud of a haircut in my life. This thing. I love you, Gally, and your haircut. She's got the best necklace, too. You ready to go see Dr. Watanabe? See why you got this old man cough? Why you got these lumps all over you? See how long we can keep you around, man. People on the videos need to learn from you still, man. You gotta stay around. Alright, we got a riddle for you. When I was 6, my sister was half my age. Now I'm 70. How old is my sister? When I was 6, she was half my age. Now I'm 70. How old is my sister? I found an amazing vet from the referral with your friend Teresa. The most amazing vet you have to go to in LA. Have to. You're not going to believe me by the things that I'm going to say right now. I wasn't ripped off. They actually tried to diagnose the problem and not the symptoms. Sounds like my dog training. He looked at the whole family, and he said, well, you mentioned that this was happening and this was happening, and he thinks he might have figured out what the agent was that kind of infected everybody's immune system. Is that amazing? We spent close to $15,000 trying to help Lily, and we just spent $450 with him, and it was completely eye-opening. I mean, I actually felt like when I left, we had somebody on our side. He wasn't like talking down about the other vets. He just saw it differently. And at the end, I love people like this. I said something, he corrected me, and he said, it's not because of what I say, it's because of what works. And that's like everything. I told him, do you mind if I take that? Because it's like everything. It has nothing to do with me. It's not me. It's not my ego. Same thing with him. It's about what we've found that works. And that's what you can't argue with. So who is this masked man? Dr. Watanabe. Oh my God. It took us 2 months to get in, but once you're in, you're like family. We got an appointment like the next day. He's took 3 hours. 3 hours with us. And ultimately, Jake has a heart problem, but it's from something in the environment because it's inflaming his heart like something he's never seen before. So I don't want to say what we think it could be or not be because we don't know yet, but that's what I loved about him is he sat down, he asked us so many. He asked what kind of bowls our dogs ate out of. And he had an opinion about that. I've never had a vet say that to me before. Like, okay, what soap do you use to wash them? I mean, it was way over the top in a way where you're like, it's that wake-up call sometimes where you're like, what does essence mean? What does essence mean? Does it mean chemical? Does it mean perfume? Who knows? So thank you, Dr. Watanabe, for making me call the 800 number on that product that I've been using for years. And it's okay. It's good. It's fine. But man, I could have caused this. That's a wake-up call about information and staying in your lane. So, we'll see what happens. 2 things, just so I have been moving around. I haven't just been sitting in this chair, just so you don't think I'm lazy. I did give 2 baths. Just want to clarify something. That $450 that I spent, I forgot to tell you, that was for 2 dogs. 2 dogs. Jakey got a magic shot, protein shot that he gives the racehorses in his butt to get for his hip dysplasia. He got a little heart medic to help with the inflammation until we find out what the agent is that's kind of infected our house, which we have very clear. I think we're finding it out more and more. And then the other thing I wanted to talk about real quick. I can't say that enough, like how much everything I do with dogs has nothing to do with me and has everything to do with just helping them. I have 0 interest in creating anything, inventing anything. I just want people to understand what I've learned over the 11 years and the journey that I've been going through. And if it can help at all, all I can do is try to help ease somebody's suffering a little bit. So just know that. All I want is for dogs to stay in homes and for people to have the relationships that they want, but based on reality, the most important thing. That's why you gotta listen to what the dog side of the story is.